Watafuatiwa na wenzao kutoka jimbo kuu la Magharibi, Western Region. Tafadhali tumheshimu waziri na salute. Tafadhali tukae baada ya kusema thank you. Asanteni. Vile vile watafuatiwa na wenzao kutoka jimbo kuu gatuzi la Nyanza. Mumeiva nyinyi. Salute. Heshima yake ya kumshukuru. Asanteni sana. Watafuatiwa na wenzao kutoka jimbo kuu la Kati, Central Region. Hapo. Haya, up. Sawa, itaingia tu. Mheshimiwa Waziri, mwezi ukiisha ukija kufunga hii kozi watakuwa wamebadilika. Haya, heshima yao, salute alafu tukae chini, up. Tukae, asanteni. Watafuatwa na wenzao kutoka jimbo kuu la Pwani. Up. Heshima ya waziri ya kumshukuru. Tukae. Na nyinyi watu wa kutoka Pwani mnafikiri mtafunzwa na Kiswahili hapa? Hapa ni Kiingereza. Watafuatiwa na wenzao kutoka jimbo kuu la Mashariki, Eastern. Tayari kusalute, up. Heshima yake ya kumshukuru. Thank you. Hapo sasa tutakopi nyinyi. Alafu wanafuatwa na wenyeji wa kutoka Nairobi. Up. Heshima yake ya kumshukuru. Mko na walimu kando yenu, wale wamefanya vizuri kuliko nyinyi, mtawakopi. Mwisho, Mheshimiwa Waziri kutoka Kaskazini Mashariki, Northeastern Region. Up. Heshima ya kumshukuru waziri, thank you. Asanteni, tukae. Mheshimiwa Waziri, hawa tayari wamepigwa msasa na siku 2, mwezi ukiisha watakuwa wanang'ara kama kinanda. Thank you so much. Sir, having said that, allow me to welcome the commandant of this institution, Mr. Isaac Alma, Senior Assistant Inspector General of Police, to say a brief word and then welcome the DIG so that we can run the program. Bwana Commandant, karibu.
Mheshimiwa Waziri, naomba unipe ruhusa leo ninyime chief lunch wale walikosa kuitikia. Kwa sababu nilikuwa nimemold dawa vizuri na sijui kama mlisahau. Waziri akinipea lunch akinikataza lunch niwapatie nitawanyima. Otherwise, the Cabinet Secretary, Ministry of Interior and National Administration, the Principal Secretary for State Department for Interior, the DIG, the IG, Inspector General of National Police Service, the Deputy Inspector, Administrative Police Officer, the Regional Commissioners, all senior government who have come with the CS around, senior invited guests. Sir, allow me to welcome you to this campus. The campus is safe and secure. Sir, we have 724 chiefs around who are male officers. We have 252 female officers, and we have been with them for the last 1 week. Sir, they came when they had a lot of morale, and they still possess that morale. And I promise you sir, that when they will be finishing the 4th month, they will be up to date. They are being taken through paralegal and other trainings. So with those few remarks, allow me then to welcome our DIG to come and continue from there, sir. Thank you.
the chief guest of us today, sir, who is none other than the Cabinet Secretary, Minister of Interior and National Security, National Administration. Sir, allow me to write on already established protocols. Chiefs, good morning. Tell your neighbor, here we are, we've got to meet the credentials. Tell your neighbor, God loves you. Tell your neighbor, we've got to do this job. Ask your neighbor if he's ready. Are you ready? What is the answer? Yes. Ask your neighbor if he's ready and answer as you are questioned. Are you ready? Yes, sir, I don't have much to say. This is a true testament as a reflection of Jukwaa la Usalama that you've been moving around. You've been sitting, listening to those who matter on the grassroots. Sir, it is a true testament that is yielding fruits because this is now the implementation part of it. Allow me, sir, not to call so much because I just want to welcome you to this institution. Chiefs, you feel at home, okay? Yes, sir. Our guests, you feel at home. The Cabinet Secretary, welcome, sir. I have now one single duty to welcome my Inspector General of Police to come and say his words. Sir, you are welcome. May we clap for him.
Thank you very much, Mr. Masageri, the DIG in charge of the Administration Police Service, waziri wetu, Mheshimiwa Murkomen, PS wetu, Dr. Raymond, na wageni wote ambao wako na sisi asubuhi ya leo. The trainees, good morning. Morning, sir. Good morning once again. Morning, sir. So I also want to welcome you to this training institution. This is a very, very timely training because in terms of capacity building, we need to train you so that you can deliver in terms of governance at the grassroots level. Waziri, I want to congratulate you for we have seen what Jukwaa la Usalama has done. Having gone loud with you in many of the counties, these were the issues that were raised by the grassroots leadership, that all of them, whether within the policing sector, the administration sectors, the GAO teams, they need training. And we know training is critically important because officers who are well trained, they deliver services from a point of knowledge. I believe this is exactly what you are doing so that the Ministry of Interior can actually be able to deliver on its mandate as guided by our laws and the Constitution. So I want to congratulate you and I want to encourage you that continue looking for funds so that we continue to train these officers. So that at the end of the day, Wajiko, Onyago, John, and everybody else will say, yes, our government delivers. In the interest of time, because we want these officers to get adequate time for training purposes, I want next time when you come here, Waziri, I want these officers to be able to salute and also to realize that you don't talk when you are saluting. You salute first and then you talk. now they are mixing everything, but I am sure by the end they will be very okay. So in the interest of time, and to ensure that we achieve that, my secret duty is now to invite our peers to come here, say a few words, and invite you at the door. Thank you very much, Waziri.
Hi. Yeah. The Cabinet Secretary for the Ministry of Interior and National Administration, the Inspector General Police, the DIG, APS, the Commandant, the regional commissioners, and the regional AP bosses or commandants, our partners, the team from the Ministry of Interior and National Administration, the chiefs and assistant chiefs, and all distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Good morning, sir. Good morning once again. Good morning, sir. The Honorable Cabinet Secretary, first of all, allow me to introduce the rest of the teams that have not been introduced. First of all, I would want to request our regional commissioners. Thank you. Let me request all the regional commissioners to stand up. So we have Bwana Kitio. We have Madam Monyancha Roda, RC Coast. We have Bwana Nkanata, the RC Central. We have Mr. Rotich, RC Eastern. We are missing the two RCs from Nyanza and Northeastern who are held up on other engagements. So let's just appreciate them as they take back their seats. Thank you, RCs. Now, we also have our valuable partners. We have the team from IGAD. Please be upstanding. Then we have the team from FAO. Yes, up on the podium. And Reinvent. Let's appreciate them. Do we have anyone from the State Department for Correctional Services? Thank you. Let's appreciate him. We have the chair NACADA together with the team from NACADA. Let's also appreciate them. We have the team from the Kenya School of Government, led by the Director of Security Studies, Mr. Mokaya. Let's appreciate him. And we have various heads of departments from the Ministry of Interior and National Administration. Please be upstanding. Let's also appreciate them. And we have the regional AP commanders. Be upstanding. Let's appreciate them again. Let's take our seats. And we have an entire battalion to my left. Could you just be upstanding so that we also appreciate you? These are the SCCs, DCCs, yeah? Chiefs. The principal chiefs, Yeah, is it? So these are the leadership of the chiefs. So let's also appreciate them. I like the way they do the appreciation. Waziri, I hope you've taken note. So, in a special way, let me appreciate the National Police Service through the leadership of the APS for, first of all, allowing us to be at this campus and also for working together with the team at the State Department of Internal Security and National Administration to be able to tailor-make this program, working together with the Kenya School of Government. And this program has been long coming, and we have the intention to take through more than 8,000 chiefs and assistant chiefs towards or into this program for purposes of better equipping all the chiefs and chiefs to be able to undertake your responsibilities. So, the Cabinet Secretary, I'm delighted this morning to join you today for the official opening and launch of this important induction on paralegal and security management program. We are here to demonstrate our acknowledgement and appreciation of the chiefs and assistant chiefs as a revered institution within both the government as an administration, as well as the Kenyan society as a whole. As government agents of service delivery at the grassroots, it is great to see that your mandate as chiefs and assistant chiefs has expanded over time to encompass a much broader range of responsibilities, and we are glad that more often than not, you have risen up to the occasion, and even in the face of challenging circumstances, you've been able to deliver for the Kenyan citizenry. We all agree that security management begins at the grassroots, and in fact, there is no civil servant who understands the local security landscape better than the men and women who are gathered here today. You are the first responders, the trusted link between the state and wananchi, and the front line in maintaining peace and stability. However, the challenges that you face are complex and are constantly evolving. First, we recognize that career stagnation has been a persistent challenge for the government administrators. From the Jukwaa la Usalama engagement forums that are being spearheaded by Waziri, now we know better how demoralizing it can be to serve with dedication, yet you feel professionally stuck. Secondly, the nature of the threats and the issues that you face today are very volatile and dynamic. From radicalization to land disputes, domestic violence to gangs and petty crime, climate-related conflicts to teen pregnancies, and many more. These realities demand that we redefine what it means to be a chief or an assistant chief in the current or in the 21st century. You are no longer just administrators. You are security actors, legal aides, crisis managers, as well as nation builders. You are the eyes and the ears of government at the grassroots, and this is why we are taking these deliberate steps to change this reality. And I want to thank Waziri for being able to spearhead and allow us to realize this dream that has eluded us from the day one that we got into office. That close to 3 years into office, we finally have this as a reality. So thanks, Waziri. And as we progress with this program, the country will be left much richer and better because of a much more improved service delivery with officers of government who are well resourced and who are well capacitated to be able to deliver for the people. However, most important is our intention to enable meritocracy, progression, and promotion for our administrators. And this is not just an undertaking that is in line with best practice, but is also a good gesture by a responsible government that respects labor laws and career growth of its human resource. So we are not just capacitating you, but we are also making it possible for you to progress career-wise, having stagnated for a very long period of time. And as the State Department for Internal Security, we remain committed to providing the resources, policies, and support that is necessary to make the Ngao structure smarter and more responsive to the emerging and existing issues. Cabinet Secretary, there are a number of policies that we are also rolling out. As part of today's program, there is a Ngapu system that you launched at the beginning of this year. We have had technical teams work together with officers at APS to come up with service standing orders and a number of SOPs that will guide the relationship and the management of this important unit in support of the Ngao structure in delivering to the people of this country. And later on, you'll also have an opportunity to engage the leadership of our chiefs and chiefs from across the country so that you're able to speak to some of the issues that are very important in the running of the Ngao infrastructure, in the running of the administration of President Ruto for better and effective service delivery to the people. And it will also be a good opportunity for you to share with them what you've been able to pick up as you move across the country through the Jukwaa la Usalama program, which you are almost completing, and the energy that you brought into the ministry and into the operation of government activities and programs is very much appreciated. And just by the sheer presence of these officers here, and in a record 3-4 days, you can appreciate how much they've been able to pick as part of our capacity building program that we are running for the chiefs and the assistant chiefs. And we expect that by the time the 4 weeks is done, I'm sure the IG will not have to explain to us what to do when we are asked to salute and how to salute. I know occasionally when the CS is moving around and the chiefs and assistant chiefs are asked to salute, some of them do this. But watching you this morning, I'm very proud that we have a team that is going to push the government agenda forward for the benefit of the entirety of the Republic. With those many remarks, I want to request that we all be upstanding as we welcome the Cabinet Secretary to speak to us. Karibu Waziri.
Please be seated. That's fine. Up to there. Thank you very much. Okay. Thank you very much, PS. The PS Internal Security and National Administration, Dr. Raymond Omolo, the Inspector General of Police, Mr. Douglas Kanja, the Deputy Inspector General of Police, APS, Mr. Gilbert Masengeli, the senior government officials present from both the ministry and from the National Police Service, our visitors from the various agencies here in present, and all the students, which are the chiefs and the assistant chiefs. Good morning. Good morning, sir. Good morning again. Good morning, sir. From the time I came to the field for Jukwaa la Usalama, now there is a lot of changes. Even your voice alone has changed. Thank you very much. You look very good, by the way. It's always good to have a uniform. As a service, as service delivery facilitators of the last mile, chiefs and assistant chiefs are the bedrock of our administration. You form the base of national government administration and security framework. By enforcing law and order right at the grassroots, you provide a strong backdrop of our bottom-up economic transformation agenda. This, coupled with increased empowerment of the citizenry, high expectations, as well as this coupled with the increased empowerment of the citizenry, high expectations, as well as changing security dynamics, calls for continuous learning and adoption. It is with this realization that the Kenya Kwanza administration, right at the onset, acknowledged training and capacity building for civil servants as a major driver for effective service delivery. And that is contained in the Kenya Kwanza manifesto, that training of civil servants to have an effective public service is extremely important. Training is important because of the changing times. How we used to do things 20 years ago, when most of you were employed, is not the way we do them today. The application of technology, the changing times in terms of closer personal relations makes it important for us to have continuous training. There is need to ensure that all our civil servants are empowered, well-trained, and well-equipped with prerequisite skills and knowledge to serve the citizens effectively. This is a need that we have confirmed during our security and service delivery forums dubbed Jukwaa la Usalama. Our officers continue to raise concerns that affect the delivery of service, among them delayed training. And most of you are here, the last training that happened was 2018, meaning that we are moving to closer to 8 years of service. Some of you were employed. How many of you are employed within the last 8 years? Just raise your hand, you don't have to stand. Wow. So it's all of you. Who was not there, who was employed before 2018 and is here for training? So even though, does that mean even though we trained 2018 last group, you are the ones who remained as a result of that training? Yes, sir. Allah. That compounds even the problem, because we are here praising ourselves. Okay, let me ask another question. And this is, I'm trying to make it as interactive because of the experience of Jukwaa. How many people here were employed in 2017? Okay, and they were not trained. 2016, not trained. 2015, not trained. 2014, 2013, 2011, 2010, 2009, there's one person. 2008, Allah. 2007, 2006, 2005, 2004, 2003, 2002, 2001, 2000, one person. 99, two people. 98, 5 people. 97, one person. 96, 95, 94. I didn't expect the 90s. Okay, 80s. Someone was afraid. There is one person. You are laughing. There is one person. That is 80 what? 80? 80? 83. But wait, just hold on there. You've not been trained since 83. The last training you did was which year? Training ya mwisho ukifanya ilikuwa mwaka gani? 2012. So I'm not asking I'm asking yes. Let me go back to somebody of 2010. 2010? Who was employed 2010 and is here? 2010. Just, no, you are not in the training. 2010, yes. Stand up. Have you gone through any training? Since 2010? Yeah. Okay. Okay, the person of 202. The one for 202. Have you gone through any training? You've not gone through training. 1, 2, 3. So you can see. Please. I didn't know it was this serious. Yeah? It is that serious? Yes, sir. So mmekuwa mkijaribu piga karata. Unauliza neighbor. Una Google. This, in fact, now, I'm even more convinced that after this training, this is not enough. You know? Yeah, I think that, and we were consulting with the peers and the IG and the team, and also the pastors who are here. We have to think seriously about continuous training regionally, you know, with regional institutions within the region, because this is not acceptable. This is actually very, very serious. So let me repeat. This is a need that we have confirmed during our security and service delivery forums, dubbed Jukwaa la Usalama. Our officers continue to raise concerns that affected their delivery of service, among them delayed training. And this is acutely delayed training. If you have somebody here who was employed in 2000 and they've never done any training, that is really, really sick. They're almost going to retirement without capacity building and training. Indeed, 8,102 chiefs and assistant chiefs across the country have not undergone the mandatory basic training as stipulated in their scheme of service. This has diminished their morale, which has in turn affected quality service over to our citizens. The government has therefore embarked on a rapid training exercise for the 8,102 chiefs and assistant chiefs, with the first cohort of 1,000 of you already here at the National Police Service Embakasi campus here in Nairobi. Plans are underway for the remaining 7,102 officers to join the course in subsequent cohorts on a monthly basis. This is a 4-week induction paralegal and security management course. This course, which is both knowledge-based and experiential, will be instrumental in inculcating the much desired skills and expertise needed by this cadre of national government administration officers in tackling day-to-day challenges and problems raised within their localities. At this juncture, I wish to thank the National Police College team, the instructors, and the facilitators for putting together this rich training program, which I am confident will transform our service delivery at the grassroots level. By the end of the training, we expect you to be able to appreciate your role in crime prevention and handling of land disputes, improving your ways of handling national security and cross-border challenges, as well as faster collaboration with other security agencies, which are key to the achievement of your objectives. I know that the time is not adequate enough for you to do fully the paramilitary part of the training. So you may not have enough time to go to a shooting range and be able to learn properly how to use a firearm and so forth. But you learn the basics. What we have agreed is that for all the chiefs, as we announced during various Jukwaa la Usalama fora in Coast, in Northeastern and Rift Valley, Coast, in Eastern and Rift Valley, we propose that for chiefs that are operating in dangerous areas where their security is in danger, we propose that you can be registered as NPR. And as soon as you are registered as NPR, we will take you for further training, maybe another 2-3 weeks, so that you can be able to use firearm properly as is required. Of particular importance in your collaboration with the National Government Administration Police Unit, which has been established primarily to support Ngao in the coordination of national government functions. You must therefore familiarize yourself with the standard operating procedures and guidelines on relation with the NGAPU, which we will unveil today. These reference tools ensure optimal coordination, efficient operation, and successful delivery of national government functions. We also expect you at the end of this training to have a better understanding of the values and principles of governance, promote environmental conservation measures, and above all, be empathetic, just, and fair in serving the public. I have continuously insisted that there is nothing we can do in the security sector and governance without the chief and the assistant chiefs. So you are a very important lot in terms of service delivery in our country. We take your responsibility extremely seriously, very seriously. And therefore, I request you that based on the training you receive here, you will renew your commitment, you will affirm your passion, and you will ensure that you re-energize your values so that you can go out there and serve the people of Kenya diligently. I know you've raised so many issues, and when we did so in Jukwaa la Usalama, you raised so many issues related to your welfare. I promise that we are going to address those issues. And you can see that we have started with your training, which will be followed immediately with your promotion, you know. And for that reason, therefore, the welfare part is going to be taken care of. You've raised issues about mobility, about the non-functioning motorbikes, about the loud motorbikes. One chief in Nandi told me that as they go for operation to deal with illicit brew, he has a particular motorbike that is, it makes a sound of an helicopter. I don't know how. So, and he told us that the brewers don't have to worry about the chief. They just wait for that sound. Once they hear that sound, they close the door and they run away. So we are going to work on all those issues of mobility. We are going to work on the issues of your promotion. We work on your salary. There are a number of you here who have been employed for 2 years, and they are yet to be paid a single shilling. True or false? Yeah, there are some people here. Are you here? Raise your hands again. Let me see. People who are employed in the last 2 years. I think there cannot be many in this cohort because in this, I've seen there are about 4, but there are many out there because their employment was recent, so they could not have been among the first people coming for the training here. And you see that we are going to sort those issues. We are going to sort the career progression, yeah, that you talked about in the Jukwaa la Usalama. We are going to sort the scheme of service and align it accordingly based on the request you made. You are also today going to flag your uniform, you know. As I was told that most of you used to come here, and now that the quartermaster here is here and is my friend, I don't want to put his job into jeopardy. But I am not saying it is the particular quartermaster, Jackson, he just have a seat. I'm not saying it is actually him who has done so, but some chiefs were saying that they arrive here and when they come for their uniform, they are thrown to them through the window And when they say it is not fitting me, they are told Jaribu Mbele. So we have agreed, we have agreed that we will have your measurements, and that all uniforms for chiefs and assistant chiefs will now henceforth, starting from today, be delivered to the county headquarters. You know, as part also of the reforms that you suggested during the Jukwaa la Usalama. So all these issues, we are doing them to ensure that, to ensure that you are comfortable as you serve the people of Kenya. But now there is, as I have insisted, for those of you who have visited your counties, I have insisted that we will do what we need to do. But you know, we asked for this job. And there is a reason why you applied for this job. You went through the struggle of getting this job. You did it because you wanted to serve the people of Kenya. I hope that you do not do it for the welfare, you did not do it for salary. You did it primarily because you understood that this is a job that deserves to be done in a manner that is going to be respectful to the citizens of Kenya. So, and I have said, the first thing is to try your best to know what your job entails. Since your job is very cross-cutting, you must always try to find knowledge. By all means, when you are registering SHA, when you are educating people about SHA, when you are registering housing or educating people about housing, when you are dealing with issues of planting trees and climate change, which you've done a fantastic job, registering farmers, all these things you've done, it's important for you to always be ahead of the population in terms of knowledge. Do not allow yourself to go to a baraza to discuss something that you have not done your proper research. If you think you don't know, you can take also the expert in the community, you know, that young person or older person who is an expert in the community, and tell him, today in my baraza, I will give you 20, 30 minutes to explain to the people, you know, that subject matter. You don't have to know everything, but you can be the coordinator that will facilitate people to get the proper knowledge. So always, tafuta, you know, do everything. You know, go whatever mile to make sure that you are ensuring you are delivering your services. Because this training that is here is helping you. You see, in law school, we are taught that when you get to law school, we are not teaching you the law. We will teach you where to find the law, how and where to find the law. So here, the skills you get from here helps you to know where to find knowledge, and how to do so, putting people together. Number two is that we must confront the monster of corruption. You know, I must say that, to be very honest, you need to know this. Chiefs and assistant chiefs are the most trusted public servants in Kenya. You know, you need to know this. But Muzime Kiburi, you go and improve. Yeah, you go and improve. And the best way to improve is to deal with corruption. Make sure that you are, as much as possible, not in any way facilitating corrupt activities or involved in corruption or corrupt activities. You can see that this is the overall conversation in the country. As a chief, you don't need anything for your pen to sign something. Don't take something to solve disputes in the local area. Don't take something so that you can look the other way as our children are being hurt by drugs and alcohol abuse. You are a very important lot. And I really need to emphasize this, that we depend on you to deal with social ills, including gender-based violence, which is very prevalent in many parts of our country. I want to request you that get re-energized and let us together fight drugs and alcohol abuse. You have done a good job, and I want you to do even a better job going forward. I want you to be excellent. I have said this publicly, that there is nothing that goes on in a location that the chief does not know. And that is the truth. The challenge may be enforcement, and that's why we have Ngapu now to assist you, to help you in doing the enforcement. But you know a lot. You are also picked as a chief within your locality because it's assumed you respect and you want the best for your people. You are also a chief and assistant chief in your locality because your people will hold you into account. Please make sure that you become diligent in service delivery. Gender-based violence remains one of the challenges that is generally ignored, and I don't want you to be part of society. Don't be part of the cultural practices of your people in your location or sub-location. And you start saying, oh, it's okay, huyo mtu alikuwa anapika tu bibi yake, hakuna kitu mbaya imefanyika, sijui oh, ilikuwa tu normal, hiyo ni FGM tumefanya tangu tukue whatever, oh, marriage ya watoto under 18, you have normalized, unasema hata mimi nilipata bibi yangu akiwa 14. Yeah, you have to make sure that you enforce the law. Don't be part and parcel of the repugnant cultural practices in your community. You know, I'm saying this because even the other day, there was a report from Maimayu. Is the chief of Maimayu here, or he's not in the training? Yeah, there was a report from Maimayu that oh yeah, there were cases of sexual trafficking in children for sexual purposes, and I went to Parliament. Of course, we did an investigation. The IG, through the DCI, did investigation. It was established that that BBC documentary was fake because the people they interviewed were not under 18, and they, you know, paid people to do the interview and so forth. And we stand by our story. That is true, that they paid people to do the story. However, it does not mean, and I want to insist here, and I say that in Parliament, it does not mean we don't have problems of trafficking in children for sexual purposes. We have that problem. And I acknowledge in Parliament that we have that problem across the country. Not just trafficking for sexual purposes, but we have children and people, young people being trafficked for labor in other parts of the world, including being tortured in places like Libya, because they are taken from parts like Northeastern all the way across the country, promised jobs abroad. Others are being abused sexually locally. Others are being actually defiled by their parents. And I want to say this here, chiefs. Yes, sir. Have you heard me? Yes, sir. We should not resolve any dispute related to defilement using a barasa. If somebody has defiled a young girl, abused sexually a young girl, that is not one of the crimes that is resolved using alternative dispute resolution. That person is supposed to be arrested and taken to a court of law. We must, and I want to insist here, as we fight drugs and alcohol, we must be firm and to fight gender-based violence, defilement, and other sexual offenses in our community. This is something that I hope that we are going to be very serious as administrators. That includes making sure that our children are safe from sexual exploitation of any manner. But that does not allow people who want to profiteer using these stories to get away by organizing skits and fake documentaries to make money and at the expense, and yet even when they make this money, they are not reaching the victims who have suffered as a result of gender-based violence and other sexual offenses. It's unbelievable that the last time chiefs and assistant chiefs attended course of this kind was 2018. We are therefore not only launching training courses, we are marking a new chapter in how we govern and secure our country from the grassroots up. This induction paralegal and security management training is a strategic upgrade of our grassroots administration. The course will empower you with legal knowledge, strategic thinking, and modern security tools. It is no longer enough to simply know your location, as we used to say. You must now understand the law, apply it wisely, and lead decisively. Together, we are building Kenya, where every chief and assistant chief is not only a custodian of tradition, but a guardian of justice, a pillar of peace, and a facilitator of government service delivery. When chiefs and assistant chiefs are well trained, communities become stable, crimes are prevented, and development thrives. We count on each of you to take this training seriously. The knowledge and skills you gain here will shape lives, prevent conflict, and maintain our national fabric. This training is not only, let me just say something about this national fabric. Let me emphasize. So, you know, not every time you sit with chiefs and assistant chiefs. You see, we are dealing with a monster called corruption, okay? Yes, sir. But also we are dealing with another one called, there's another one called tribalism. And tribalism is majorly propagated by politicians and politics. But you see, the stability of the nation is an independent public service that is able to serve everybody and able to propagate values that unite the country. Now, if you find a chief in a baraza, he's telling the people of his area, yeah, wale wenye wako serikali saizi, kabila hiyo yenye inaongoza ndio imetumaliza sisi. Chief ndio anasema hivyo, you know? Ama kabila ile inataka kuchukua ushukani itakuja kutumaliza. Chief anasema hivyo. You are supposed to be the chief that helps the people to appreciate that it is important to keep this nation as one fabric, one united country. That's why maybe we should start transferring chiefs. Because these other Ngao officers, the ACCs and the DCCs and the RCs, all of them have gone around the country, and they are truly expected to appreciate the importance of having a united country. And I hope that the training here will inculcate these values of unity of our country. It's important for us to focus on national unity. And you have served many governments, and you will serve more other governments. What is important is to work very hard to preserve the fabric of the nation, so that values such as unity of our country are observed. So I request all of us to make sure that we shun and train our people through our barazas about the importance of having one united country. Don't be a chief in a particular location and you are presiding over a meeting where the residents of that area are saying, hatutaki watu wa kutoka sehemu nyingine kufanya kazi hapa. Yeah? Ati sisi tunataka watu, ati tumetumiwa watu wa upande ingine. Chief, any person, public servant who comes to serve in your area, any person who comes to do business in your area, any investor who comes to your area is a Kenyan, and you are supposed to lead in the process of ensuring that our people appreciate this issue and appreciate one, especially when we are going for elections. It's important from day one, when you live here, to continue encouraging the people of Kenya that Kenya will be there. You've seen governments, we'll see other governments. There is no need for elections to become the basis for us to divide ourselves. It's important for us to have a one united country where civility prevails. So therefore, this training is only the beginning of our retooling of the national government administration. More capacity building and welfare enhancement programs are lined up across our Ngaos and security agencies. In order to enhance the mobility of our officers, we are working with the National Treasury to expand the government vehicle leasing program. Consequently, the process of the procurement of leased vehicles is progressing well. Last year, we acquired a number of electric motorcycles for chiefs and assistant chiefs on a pilot basis. We are committed to acquiring more motorcycles to support the mobility of our officers and improve your response time. We are also today flagging off thousands of pairs of uniforms for chiefs and assistant chiefs to their counties. We are optimistic that this will not only boost the morale of the officers, but contribute to improve the image of government machinani. And you look very good in uniform. Yeah. Yeah. We just need to make sure that it is, it's not very old. Yeah. And we just also make sure that you are getting the right shoes. Yeah. Why are you shouting? Yes, sir. I think you have been having problems with shoes. I was told in one of the Jukwa, you get all of you size 7 of the, all women get size 5 and all men get size 7. And one chief said that he got size 7 of the left leg for both shoes. We will make sure that that distribution is properly planned and everybody gets the size they deserve. Yeah. So we have also had fruitful engagement with the Public Service Commission in ensuring career progression for our officers. As I said, this year alone, 88 chiefs and 58 assistant chiefs have been promoted to various higher jobs groups. At the end of this training, we will also be able to process your promotions as I have promised. About the good books, the Bible says, to whom much is given, and as we do our part of bargain, you also are expected to reciprocate by ensuring effective and efficient service delivery. Uphold the integrity of the office of the chief and assistant chief as the representative of the office of the president at the grassroots. You should all times promote unity and national cohesion. You see, the office of the president. So the chief's office, assistant chief inaitwa office of the president, assistant chief's office. Yes, yeah, so behave like an officer in